Hey everyone, I know this quality is terrible because I'm trying to get the sunrise and then back, but I am taking a break from work. This was a planned retreat. I am at a quilt camp in a small town in Minnesota. There's a nice lake next to me, and it's kind of cold out here. But I thought that I would do a fun, different video where you guys can watch the sunrise with me. I also wanted to just talk a lot about what has been going on in my life recently and kind of just have like a sunrise chat, I guess. Honestly, I have been, which many of you know who have been watching my videos, I have been so stressed recently and it has been building up over the course of the last few months with the move, with the job change, with working with these middle schoolers who I love and can cause me a lot of stress sometimes. They honestly are so chaotic. They are really mean to each other too, and it's just stressful sometimes. And it seems like there are a lot of sixth graders in the room that I look at, a lot of kids in that room actually. And a lot of the sixth graders don't know the way to act in middle school and or just in general. Like they don't know a lot of things about the way to act like most middle schoolers, but especially in the room that I work closely with. And there aren't enough like upperclassmen middle schoolers who are there to teach them the ways of the room, the rules, how to respect one another. So it's been a huge work in progress, but I think a lot of stress was just building up in me. I felt myself getting more annoyed than usual with these students. Honestly, I was snapping at them a lot. So, I think that there is a lot that I need to work on for that stress, and there's some people over there taking pictures of the sunrise. Hello. Such a beautiful sunrise. But I think that with everything that's going on in my life right now, I needed this break. So, um, I know that I've also just had a short fuse with a lot of people, including my partner, um, the kids at work. There were a couple of times that I snapped at a couple of students, and they're working on their things, and I don't need to take all of that and hold it against them when I'm supposed to be helping them with a lot of those things. But at the same time, I feel like they aren't making the decision to be better. They don't care, and that frustrates me. But if they're not thinking that they're purposely annoying me or purposely trying to make me upset, I don't think there's a reason that I should be getting, really upset at them and taking it out on them, because that's not professional and that's not, the way that I want to run my room. So there is just so much to think about when it comes to working with middle schoolers. You got to think about the fact that there's just middle school stuff, When I was in middle school, I wanted to fit in, but there were a lot of things with my mental health that didn't let me fit in as well as I would have liked. And everyone else was having the same problem too, of wanting to fit in, wanting to feel accepted with their friends, wanting to not be made fun of. And, it's always hard in middle school. And I always said I hated middle school, but here I am working at a middle school and being back in that environment again. Um, we'll see how this works out. I do want to stay as an MHP in a school long term, but it's just a matter of whether elementary, middle school, or high school is best for me. Um, I would have preferred to do high school, but I also think that I look super young right now. So I would blend in with the students way more than I do with the middle schoolers, which I've even been told that I look like a middle schooler. Or then when we were taking staff pictures and also like student pictures, they pulled me to the student line because I thought I was a student. That was kind of funny and probably embarrassing for the photographer, but it's okay. But I just thought it was super funny. And I still tell that story. But all that being said, I really needed this retreat. It is one of my favorite times of year ever since I started last spring. So really, this is only my second time here, but my partner like grew up going to camp here with his family, and now I get to come here for quilt camp. And I'll show you guys the stuff that I'm working on too, because it is super fun. And I'm working on this project that's a little more complex than the one I did in the spring, but it's coming along. I've been taking progress photos, so maybe when I finish, I'll like share all that with you guys, and you guys can see what I've done here too. But I hope that you guys are doing okay in your own lives. Remember to take these breaks because it's so important to take the breaks that allow our bodies to rejuvenate, to heal from the stressors in life. And just being out here, hearing the water, the wind, and there's like cars in the distance, but it's not the same as being in the middle of a city, being around civilization, like super close to it, super in it, super rushed. And like it's a different feeling because when you're in all of that, it's hard to relax, to take a step back, and to heal. It's hard. So take those breaks, take time off work, even if you think you can't manage the time off with, bills or family or, just the job itself. Take a day off, a Friday or Monday, take an extended weekend, go somewhere fun for you. One day isn't going to kill anybody. Even if you think you need that extra money, you can always find a way to save up for this weekend. You can always find a way to save, $1 a day. Don't buy a coffee a couple of days. Coffees can build up. I heard that one lady who went to a coffee shop every day spent like over $1,000 on coffee every day for a year. So honestly, if we took the time for ourselves, we would live much healthier and happier lives. So keep that as a reminder as you go on with your day and with your week.